Twitter. Parent protests are continuing at a school in Birmingham over lessons about LGBT rights. Parkfield Community School in Alum Rock says it's suspended the No Outsiders lessons, which it says teach children to accept differences in society, at half-term. But in the last 24 hours, parents have held a rally outside the school, calling for the lessons to be permanently banned in every school up and down the country. This footage was filmed by the protesters.
We need to make one thing very clear. This programme is not just about telling people that other families and other types of lifestyles exist. It's actually aggressively promoting them, giving it a positive spin and telling people that it is okay for you to be Muslim and for you to be gay. Mr. Moffat, shame. Mr. Moffat, I did not want to make this personal, but Mr. Moffat has decided upon his own self to reinterpret our religious scriptures. And I don't know where he gets his religious education from and when he became Mufti Moffat. But our religious beliefs are not here to be changed. We don't send our children to school to be indoctrinated. That's the word that these parents have been saying again and again and again. This is an aggressive indoctrination that is going on that we are speaking against. If there was no aggressive promotion, then you would not have had all these parents come out on the street. And as I've said to you, this program is very toxic. Not only do we are aiming to have it abolished in this school, but we're going to have it abolished in every school in Birmingham, every school in the country, and that's going to happen with a grassroots movement of parents coming out on the streets. That is what is needed. Parents coming out and fighting their corner and fighting for their children's rights. And also, just remember, we may not have had an issue if this was being taught to perhaps 10 and 12-year-olds or 15-year-olds. But for 5-year-olds who barely know how to wipe their bottoms, you want to teach them about relationships? It's disgusting, absolutely disgusting, and we're not going to put up with this. Are you going to put up with this?
We invited any of the parents to come onto the programme today. They declined, as did the school. If you are a parent at the school, do get in touch during this next interview. We're going to talk now to LGBT rights campaigner Shamal Waraich. Shamal is a Muslim and he's gay, and he says if he had had LGBT education in school, it would have changed his life for the better. Good morning to you.
Hi there.
How do you respond to that footage?
I'm quite shocked. It's really hurtful to hear that from parents, especially Muslim parents. I'm going to quite openly say that I'm gay and Muslim, and it is okay to be Muslim and gay, and I do not believe in what these people are aggressively trying to protest about. They're talking about
Well, they say the lessons equal aggressive indoctrination. They say it's toxic. They say, as we heard, it's disgusting.
I don't think that's absolutely not true. I think if they look at the Outsider programme, many parents have attended those classes, and it is about inclusivity, equality, diversity. And in fact, they are the ones that are being aggressive about this. This is not about indoctrinating your children. This is about teaching them that maybe your classmate has parents who have two mothers, two fathers. We are in a society today in 2019 that we can accept other people from different backgrounds, and that's what these classes are about.
They worry it's, quote, promoting being gay.
Absolutely not. I mean, if I had something, I was about 20 years ago in primary school, if I had something like that, it would have made me a lot more open to understand my sexuality as I was growing older. But unfortunately, the fact that these parents think that way is just a really backward generation thinking.
Some messages here. Davey on Facebook says teaching LGBT rights is the right thing to do. These parents are teaching it that it's okay to hate. Kids are more intelligent than people think. They need to know it's okay. After all, they may be LGBT themselves. This texter says, I fully support the school as they are trying to teach acceptance, tolerance and diversity, which is the law in this country. It's ridiculous to suggest they have an LGBT agenda. These values should be taught from birth, and this may result in the country being less bigoted and more accepting. CJ on Twitter says, the school protesters are nothing but homophobes who don't understand what the programme was actually teaching. We exist. We are more than what happens in our private lives, says CJ. Is it just Muslim parents who are protesting?
As far as I know, it's a minority, and a large part of that minority is Muslim parents. But from the videos that we've seen yesterday, there has been Jewish communities and Christian communities joining in the protests. This is about equality and a generation understanding how damaging this can be to their children. By creating this animosity around the programme, you haven't really understood what the programme's about. It's about equality, diversion and inclusion, and that should be at the heart of it, and that is what we're trying to teach our children. And that's what they need to accept.
I mean, the primary school concerned here says it's stopped the lessons at half-term, but the protests are obviously continuing, and now it would seem the aim is to put a halt to these lessons in primary schools up and down the country.
I've been hearing mixed things. I've heard that after Easter, apparently they're going to be put back in. I champion Parkfield community and Andrew Moffat's whole No Outsiders programme. It must be put in as part of the curriculum throughout primary schools in this country, so that children who, at a young age, can just accept equality, diversion and inclusion.
Billy tweets this, I've no issue with being gay, whatever your religion or ethnicity. I do think it's disgusting they are discussing this with what are little children. This is for much older children. That's the issue. Let children be children.
Again, you know, I think a lot of these parents are thinking this is maybe an attack on their beliefs and what they think and their ideas and their idols, but it's not. This is about us living in modern Britain, accepting the values of modern British lifestyles and the Equality Act and what that means. It's about teaching children from a young age, because that's not happening at home. I can guarantee you these Muslim parents are not teaching children about equality and inclusion.
How old were you when you came out?
When I came out officially, I suppose I was about 18, but I was moved to university. I'd moved away from that community to just kind of independently grow. But I knew from a very young age, from 4 or 5, that something was a bit different about me. Had I have had that, I would have probably felt a lot more comfortable to maybe even approach my teacher when I was being bullied in school for having friends that were girls or playing with dolls, whatever. It's just about acceptance and tolerance.
JD says the horrific homophobic talk outside the school in Birmingham is dreadful. Saying people like me are allowed to exist is not aggressive promotion or bringing shame. The right of LGBT children to know they're not awful trumps the rights of parents, shouting outside. And Smithy says, I don't know whether to be angry or sad watching your programme this morning and this radical hate speech. Just know it is okay to be gay and Muslim, be who you want to be. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Shamal. Thank you very much. Right, thank you for your company this week. Have a lovely weekend. BBC Newsroom Live is next.